Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Shane with Shane Media. In this video, I want to discuss one of my favorite movies of all time, A Few Good Men. Let's get into it. A Few Good Men is a 1992 film starring Tom Cruise, Demi Moore, Jack Nicholson, and is directed by Rob Reiner. So at this point, it probably seems like I don't even watch anything but horror movies. But I'm a movie lover first and foremost. I remember being a 90s kid, pre-Marvel Universe and pre-Fast and the Furious, when you didn't have to be a superhero movie or a larger-than-life action flick to be a blockbuster. And in the midst of all that, you got a bunch of really great drama films that were huge blockbusters in their day. And one of those films was A Few Good Men. I was just 7 the first time I saw this, and I instantly fell in love with this movie. I watched these kind of movies with my parents, so yeah, I watched all of the normal kid movies and TV shows, but I was introduced to movies like this from a pretty young age, and I just always loved them. I guess even as a kid, I could recognize quality filmmaking. So on the surface, A Few Good Men is just a typical courtroom drama, but at its core, you have some of the most powerful filmmaking and characters ever put to screen. So in this movie, you have Daniel Kaffee, a military attorney played by Tom Cruise, who is given a case defending 2 Marines who were stationed in Guantanamo Bay who are being accused of murdering a fellow Marine who is believed to basically be weaker than them. And at first, you can see Kaffee clearly doesn't care about this case. He has no faith in it. He just doesn't care. In fact, he's made a name for himself for settling cases with plea bargains before they ever even make it to trial. So he even makes a statement at one point in the movie that he has never seen the inside of a courtroom. So he attempts to do the same thing here, but Lieutenant Commander Galloway, played by Demi Moore, convinces him to dig a little deeper because she suspects that the boys were just following out a taboo type of order called a Code Red, which the movie dives a little deeper into and explains to you what that is and what that means to the Marines. And basically, she believes that Kaffee has the necessary skills as an attorney to take this to trial and win and basically keep these boys from a conviction that they don't deserve and being wrongfully accused when all they were doing was following out an order. So this movie truly has some of the most intensity of a non-action film I've ever seen. This is one of the most perfectly executed dialogue-driven films that I've ever seen, and it has some of the most quotable lines of any movie that I've ever seen. And you can't not talk about the cast. You have some serious heavy hitters here. You have Tom Cruise, Demi Moore, Jack Nicholson, Kiefer Sutherland, Kevin Bacon, and even Cuba Gooding Jr. I mean, this was a serious ensemble cast. Jack Nicholson plays Colonel Jessup, our primary antagonist, with Lieutenant Jonathan Kendrick, played by Kiefer Sutherland, as our secondary antagonist. This movie just slowly starts to peel back the layers of these characters. This movie even asks a lot of questions about morality and does a pretty good job of blurring the lines of right and wrong. And in the third act, it all culminates into a back and forth between Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson, with Jack Nicholson on the stand in the courtroom.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Oh man, I get chills just thinking about this scene. If there was a top 5 greatest scenes of all time list, this would easily make that list. This, in my opinion, was truly a highlight in both of their careers. You could tell that both of these guys were giving their all to this scene, and it really pays off. And by the end of it, you're ultimately left with the realization that, aside from some moral ambiguity, none of these people are necessarily good or bad. They've just made some bad decisions, and they're all suffering from the repercussions of those decisions. And you, the audience, are left wholly satisfied with the conclusion of this film. This movie literally delivers on every single thing it offers you and is firing on every cylinder. This is honestly a perfect movie to me, guys, and is also the first movie on my channel that I'm going to give a perfect 10. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Like and share this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.